Hello, welcome to the More Cheese Less Whiskers podcast. My name's Dean Jackson, and today we're talking with Justice Boyer from North Carolina, small town North Carolina, centered right in the middle between the Research Triangle area. And so an emerging area where she has opened up a new hairstyling salon. She does cuts and colors for professional women. And this was a really good conversation about really understanding who that person is, what they really want, knowing that she's who she's trying to attract. And then we talked about a strategy for attracting and keeping those people. She does a really great job of keeping people once they come in. She got about an 85% conversion rate into ongoing clients. And when we did the math, found out that they're worth a lot of money over the lifetime of this client. And so we talked about a very useful strategy that I've used in a lot of different situations to kickstart and bring in new clients in her before unit. And I think you're going to really enjoy this episode. So here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, it's Dean. How do I pronounce your name?
Justice.
Justice. Okay, great. Well, I am super excited. I know I read a little bit about what you've got going on, and but I'd love to hear everything from you. And then we've got a whole hour to go where we can go.
Awesome.
So, what's the Justice story here?
Well, the Justice story could probably take the whole hour, so I'll try and do an abridged version of it. Been wanted to been a business owner, entrepreneur my entire life, and I worked for a few startups when I was in high school. I actually grew up in Florida.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So I worked for Florida Online, which was Florida's first internet company. And that really sparked my interest in building something like that from the ground up. So I've always had my hands in little things to try. So I decided not to go to college after high school, took a different route, went into the military, and when I was in the military, I'd still been interested in doing other little businesses, and I would try things here or there. Fast forward a few years, I was married with a baby, and I was getting out of the military, and I had a really good background. I was still in IT and programming and networks, so I was able to get jobs with like Harley Davidson in their corporate office, Army Corps of Engineers. And eventually I ended up as a subcontractor at NASA back in Florida.
Wow.
With a company. Yeah. I was with United Space Alliance, and I was with them for almost 6 years. And then the shuttle program ended. And when that happened, we were also going through the housing crash. The bubble had popped at that point.
Yes.
Yep. So my husband, who was from another country and was waiting for some of his credentials to get, this is husband number 2, by the way, waiting for his credentials from his degrees to get translated over here, was working at, I don't know if you've ever heard of Kaiser University as an adjunct.
Yes.
Yep. And he got laid off, I got laid off, and we lost our house in Titusville. Yeah. Which is like, my story is the same as probably 10,000 other people in that same area.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So we moved north in Florida. My husband was able to find a job, and I thought, well, I've got some free time. before I was going through my layoff, I want to check out this beauty industry because I like beauty. I always wanted to get into it. I was kind of into fashion and beauty when I was younger. So I took a couple of classes at a technical college in northern Florida, and I fell in love with it and decided after that that I would try and run my own mobile spa. And I I I didn't do bad and I didn't do good because we were in transition to move to North Carolina.
Okay.
Yep. So fast forward, we've moved to North Carolina, and I'm licensed in Florida, but I'm not in North Carolina. So I took a few years. My son was now in the 8th grade, and my husband was a teacher at the school that we had put him in. And I took a few years to kind of be the mom and the stay-at-home wife and get us settled.
Yes.
And when everybody was sort of fine, everybody had their friends, we knew where things were, I decided to go back to school and get my full-on cosmetology license in the state of North Carolina.
Nice. Perfect.
Yes. With the intention of eventually opening up my own space. So while I was in school, I went to a community college, so it was like an 18-month program. I took as many business courses as I could outside of the course I was already in for my license. I talked to a lot of people. I started following a lot of people, and I learned about I Love Marketing with
Nice.
you and your cohort. And I was like, wow, what is this? I've never heard. I just thought I needed to throw up a sign and print some business cards. And so when I left beauty school and I was licensed, I worked for myself as what's called a booth renter, where you work in somebody else's salon, but you're not their employee. You just rent the space and the time there, right?
Yeah.
And I did it. Yeah, so I did that because a little salon had opened in my little village town. I live right outside of a really cool place called Saxapahaw, which if anybody ever gets the opportunity to go, it's famous for its one little 1 mile radius that it is because of what it represents in the state of North Carolina.
And what is this again? I don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah, Saxapahaw.
Saxapahaw. Okay.
It's phonetically spelled the same way, Saxapahaw.
Okay.
And so at one point was native land of the Sissipahaw Indians, and it is right on a river basin, the Haw River. And it's famous because, well, at one point it was a cotton mill back in the Civil War period, and had been owned by Hanes and another company where they manufacture T-shirts and, clothes, any type of cotton clothing.
Yeah. Right.
And then eventually, of course, a lot of corporations moved to China, and this space became open, and this little town grew from being a mill town to this kind of cool hipster, organic, really neat, locally sourced place. And it's really cool. So it's like a little village called Saxapahaw, but it's also kind of this state of being as well. People resonate here. And and people who have been there will know exactly what I'm talking about. But
what's
during the
population?
summer months,
just like in a sense, what's the population?
Yeah, so tiny. It's maybe it may have grown now, but between 500 residents and maybe 750.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
it's very tiny, but it is in a big county. So
I gotcha.
Yeah, and we're experiencing growth. So there's more housing developments. It's a huge agricultural area over here.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and during the summer months, like there's a ballroom that hosts concerts. They've had Hank Williams Jr., Marianne Williams has been here before.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of bigger names have been here. And Amy Mann has been here. And then they have little acts that have been here.
Okay.
And then during the summer, they have free concert series. So there could be upwards of 2,000 people that come to hang out for the weekend in this little town. Okay. So going back to my original story, there was a salon that opened that fit the aesthetic of Saxe-Baja, and it is literally down the corridor from where the charter school is that my son was at and my husband worked at.
Okay. So
it just made sense for me to work there because I had like 7 minutes to drive to work. It was very, very close for me. Yeah. So then I started to slowly build my education, my base, my marketing, just for myself. And after being there for 18 months, and I did fairly well, I saw growth, but not something I could say, I replaced my salary with. Right. I knew that I needed more training, and so I sought out so I could kind of learn what do they do and how do they run their business and what is it like to work for a corporation. I did that for 6 weeks, and then I was recruited by an independent salon about 30 minutes from where I live, and I worked for her for 18 months. And all along planning to open a business, just kind of watching to see what the market was going to do, where the spaces are, things are growing.
Right.
Then my father had a stroke, and he was not it was as minor as a stroke can be. He's 95% back to his regular self. But
perfect.
It was a great recovery for him. It was a 3 months recovery, so it was perfect. However, that really kind of started to get at me a little bit, and I felt like not only do I need a business to support my family, I need a business to support my lifestyle. And my lifestyle, if my parents are, my dad and my stepmom are aging, I need to be more accessible because I'm 6 hours from them. And that really got me to start thinking about opening my own space and getting it into a position where it becomes a passive place for me. I can run it and I can see it grow, and maybe I can open a few more, and I can, make sure that my family who need me, I'm available. My son, it would be 21. He's in college. My parents are aging. I'm getting older as I don't want to. We're all kind of growing up. So everybody's got their own needs. So that's where I am today. I found a space in a town 25 minutes from where I am called Mebane. And it is right in between Greensboro, North Carolina, and Durham, Chapel Hill.
Okay.
So it is experiencing an incredible amount of growth. Something like 5,000 new residences are being built. New roadways are being built. New schools are being built.
And they're going to need new stylists, right?
Exactly. And there are a lot of salons for the smaller area, but they are they're full of booth renters. So that's not the model, right, that I want, and it's not. I don't think it's a sustainable model from my experience.
Okay.
Anyway, so so we're just about finished being done with all of. I'm taking clients at the moment, but we're just about ready because the building was purchased and the new owners are renovating everything to make it this kind of like an office complex. So it's been exciting, and people have been excited about the salon being where it's at before.
Oh, that's great.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
You bought the building, or you're leasing in the building?
I'm leasing in the building. I leased
In the building,
in the
okay.
middle of a sale. Yeah, because I really
Right.
wanted a space, and I was hoping that the new landlords would be interested in keeping tenants, and fortunately
I
they were.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So do you have a good location? Like, are you happy with the um, everything that you would look for in a location in terms of accessible and easy to find and all of that?
Yes, I'm very happy. It's on a very busy road. It's near a community center where a lot of people go and take their kids for soccer practice or community events. And the building has been there for 20 plus years, so people
Yes.
are already familiar with the location as well.
Okay, cool. So,
Yeah.
and do you have room to expand, or is it
Yes.
you're a space for you? And how many stylists could you have in your space?
So I'm licensed for 3 stylists, and we just hired a massage therapist. So she has her own treatment room, and so I have an opportunity for 4 staff total.
Okay, that's great. So I was going to ask if you offer other, services aside from the hair services.
Yeah, so what I did initially, I kind of took on everything besides the massage therapy because I didn't know what the market would want. And so I just decided to offer everything and start taking away things that no one was asking for, which created a lot of burnout for me. So I stopped all of that. I took it all off my menu and I just focused on hair services. And so I used part of my IT business analyst background and I just started testing things. So when I brought my massage therapist on, she was a client of mine who had been referred to me, and we were just having a conversation, and I asked her if she would want to come in and trial because I wanted to see what the response would be from her clients and from mine. And that was how I was going to make the decision whether or not that would be a good opportunity for both of us. And
well, there's
luckily,
synergy, like you're both winning from that. Yeah.
Exactly. And there has to be, I think there has to be the money. It has to be there because one, I need to pay her. And 2, it needs to be right. It needs to be viable, something that people will miss if it's not there anymore. So we're the only salon that offers massage therapy in the salon in our town. So we got a great response and her clients are happy and my clients are happy. So she starts at the end of the month.
Okay, good. So you got that handled. Now, part of the thing about this model, of course, is the recurring nature of it, right? You've got so many, people are constantly getting their hair done. So you have the opportunity to build a primarily after unit business is ultimately where you get to, right? That you have recurring clients that just come and come and come. And how many people is that for you? What would be a full practice for you or a full roster?
For me personally or for the salon?
Well, for you, because you're really going to be you have to be sort of the first model of this, right? You have to be kind of the foundation of it as you're building, unless you're going to build it so that you're going to not be in the stylist role and be in the business owner role. But it sounds like you're in both right now.
I am in both right now, and my goal is to focus on building the other stylist book while I just keep my core clients and then slowly start phasing my newer clients out and then my older ones. So So this month I have 60 I can see my dashboard. So I've seen a few and I'm about to see a few. So my book I have 60 clients, which
Okay.
is on average, that's pretty much what my month looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. And is that like you're happy at that level? So it's not so much about growing your personal book, but to grow the stylist. Do you have another stylist already, or?
I just hired a part-time stylist. She's
Okay.
going to work Saturdays, and
Okay.
our goal is to build her book and then add another day and keep filling up her time.
I gotcha.
Yep.
And what's your strategy for that? Is she coming from another place with some established clientele, or she's brand new? How is it going to?
She does have some clients that she's seen. She's been a stay-at-home mom off and on for a few years, so her clients are friends and family, which is totally fine, just to get her working. What my strategy is, I have a Facebook ad going out where we're offering so many dollars worth of services for another set, so like $300 for $99, and it's a special like back to school thing with a free kids haircut. That is specifically to build her book. That is what we're focusing on. I have on my website, I have a first time visitor $20 off gift card option, which I actually got from an idea off of your conversation about your girlfriend Luba, and on her website she offers that as well. I just don't offer a book. I think that she offers a book, and you get it with the.
She does that too. The thing on the Facebook ads, what's been 100% building her business is offering a gift card. So she offers a $100 gift card on for microblading, and and she's generated. We were just talking about it last night. We had the I Love Marketing meetup group in Winter Haven here last night, and we were just looking at the thing. So she's generated over the life of this now. So this year she's generated 2,559 downloads of the gift card for an average of $2.46 each. But she's shown this, this ad has been seen by everybody in Winter Haven. We did a 15-mile radius of her salon, just ladies, or her studio. And what's the most important thing about it is that the list of people that she's built, that 2,500 people, she sends out a weekly email to that list, and every week, she sends that out. She's constantly booked that people are, they're not ready right then when they download the gift card, maybe to come and get their brows done, but they are over time continuing to book. Every time she sends out the email, people book for any of the services that she offers, right? So she does the whole flagship model of sending a weekly educational email and adding her super signature at the bottom. Whenever you're ready, here's 4 ways we can help you. And so she'll do, she offers an eyebrow architecture style, where she'll get the right shape for people. She'll do microblading. She does brow henna or eyelash lift. And now she's got people are who are doing those services with her now, because she's moved really into training people how to do microblading and how to do brow henna. And so the idea, though, of offering a gift card as a way for people to express their interest in something, even if they don't intend to do it right now. Like, part of the thing when people are running ads, the challenge that I often see is that they're trying to convince people to do something now because of the ad, right? So when I hear things like, get 20% off until, September 3rd or whatever, where you're trying to put out an incentive and make it compelling so that people take action now, what you're missing out on, what you're leaving on the table, is the people who may want to do what it is you do. They may want to get microblading, or they may want to get their hair colored, or they may want to do one of your services, but they are not ready right now. If they see your ad, that is trying to convince them to do something now, they don't respond. But if you're offering a gift card is something that somebody can use as a expression of future interest in something, right? And now what you've done is you've turned an invisible prospect into a visible prospect. So now you've got somebody's email address, and you can continue to market to them for free, right? Because now every week you can send out emails to them. You can engage in a dialogue with them. You can, you've got an asset that even when you stop advertising, you've got this pool of people, these 2,600 people that she can send out an email to. And she'll do things like, when she's recording video programs, she'll send out, an email and saying, I need 2 models for this video that I'm video program I'm shooting. And, people will book in those times, So I would encourage you to start building your list of all of your target audience. Who is it that you have identified as your ideal, your target audience?
The women that I have been attracting, because I'm an older hairstylist, it has been professional women who, I can't say like that they make a certain amount, but they probably make between 75 and 150 a year. These are higher level women. They work either in the university level, they are their own business entrepreneurs, and they're not necessarily looking for a Saks Fifth experience. I think that they're looking for somebody who can talk to them without sounding like they made up a bunch of words.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're not
can't necessarily have a. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they're not going to get pink hair, and they're not going to get. They're not going to probably get ombre or any of these. They want a professional looking, natural looking hair, and keeping their color, stopping gray or keeping it conditioned. All of that. They want healthy, professional, youthful not young, not trendy. You want youthful looking, natural, beautiful hair, right? That's a really viable target audience, um, which you can identify on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, you can certainly go by age, and right now you can go by age, you can go by um, interest, profession, whatever, and geography certainly. So it would be a value to you if every one of those women within a 10-mile radius of your salon was on your list, right? If you had if you had all of those people on your email, that would be a valuable thing.
Yes, yeah, I would love that.
Yeah. Is your salon, how would you say, are you looking at it, the design of your salon as a tool of your business, or how would you rate the design of an environment?
Well, so that in my future of the salon, I'm hoping that the design of it sort of matches what my clients are looking for. We're not overly girly. We're very minimalistic. We're not too busy, but we're also accommodating. And in the future, we're going to be going deskless. So no one will be at a desk the whole time, sort of taking things. We'll have like our interns or our cosmetology students who are trying to get more hours. When they come in, or our lower level stylists, they'll be what I'll call a runner, where they are more like concierge, and they're making sure our clients are comfortable and happy, and they're taking care of them. And it kind of like when you walk into an Apple store and someone is there to greet you and get you checked in, and then talks to you about what's happening, and then make sure that you know where you're supposed to go and where everything is. And I don't want to create any sort of stress, because my clients are already stressed enough. I don't want them to not know where they're supposed to sit, or where the bathroom is, or that they even have to ask for a drink. So someone has already brought them something. So the motto that I try or the culture I'm trying to build is not, we're inclusive, but we're also trying to create an experience that means you are coming in to speak to a professional and you don't need to worry about anything. We will take care of it for you. Yeah.
So I love that. So it's not, you can already picture the difference, and part of that by, excluding in some ways, trying to be a trendy salon, or trying to be something that doesn't per se exactly appeal to your target audience, you end up missing out. And I think that your focus, knowing the clearer you can know who those people are, the better. And it's an interesting thing. How many of these women would there be in in a radius of your, how big is the town that you're in?
Well, I don't know specifically how big the town is. I do know within a 5-mile radius, there are close to 5,000, 7,000 people within my 5 miles. So, and then the more you go outside of that radius, it becomes more spread out, because people own larger pieces of land. So we're in there's multiple suburbs, and then like I have an acre. My neighbor is 50 to 70 feet away from me. So it could be close to 50 the further you go out, but 50,000, yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of the people that live in our area work in the Research Triangle Park near RVU or the university or banking.
So they can get their hair done in their hometown, and go to work and all of that.
Exactly.
So I think you're not trying to like draw people to come out to you from the other places, but you're looking to serve the people that are where you are that work in those other places. Those are the ones, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would like to stay within our community, definitely.
Yeah.
Going outside never hurts, but I'm not focusing on that, definitely.
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I think that, for sure the Facebook strategy would be the first line here. And what's been your experience so far with the Facebook ads? Tell me what you've been advertising and what's been happening.
Well, when I first started using Facebook about 3 years ago, I had hired a guy to do it for me, and he ran an ad that was kind of like the same thing what I'm doing now. When you buy this, you're getting this many things for free in addition to that. And that did very, very well. I was able to basically make back all of the money I spent and then some on the ad. And some of those clients are still my clients. So that was really nice. And then I tried, based on some information I was getting from another group of stylists, I tried messenger ads, which did not work very well. I spent a lot of money and got 0 bookings off of it. And now I'm working with a company who are running my ads for me, and they're also telling me that the messenger ads they're seeing are working better. But because they're working on it and I'm not doing it, they're able to sort of track and tweak where I can't do it. So I've already said to them, if within 2 weeks I'm getting 0 bookings, like I don't care if it's just 1 booking, I just want to see action, then we're going to switch to a lead form, because I feel like if I can at least just get people to give me their information and not feel like they have to book with me right away.
I think that's the most important thing. How much, how many people do you have on an email list right now? How many prospects would you have?
I currently have 315 of current and previous clients.
Okay. So
or anybody that's signed up for anything.
Okay. So we would separate those, in terms of, breaking down the distinction between your before unit, your during unit, and your after unit. So we want to think about the before unit as a supplier to your during unit, right? Where they are supplying new clients to your during unit, where you're going to take them through your experience, and they're going to have an amazing an amazing interaction with you, and hopefully continue into your after unit, where you'll continue to serve them again and again and again. That's really what we're looking for here. So to drive the front end of this, it would be a valuable thing to to have a list of people, like where you definitely want to identify who these ladies are, because if you've got a way to reach them by email, that's a valuable thing. So you start to think about, how can you offer value to them? What would be a reason that somebody would, especially at that level, so they're probably most people are pretty much settled into who their stylist is, right? If they're a professional woman like that, who's you know, at that stage in her life, that she's probably not out trying a bunch of not going around to new places all the time, right? So what would be something that would be on the mind of that person that would be a reason that they might come and try you?
So I've been asking my new clients who have found me, like, why did they come and see me? And the three reasons have been they aren't happy with their current stylist.
Yes.
That they are constantly the cancellations at their current salon are too high. So they're being canceled on, not the other way around.
Oh boy.
Or they're new to the area and they found us online. So those have been the three biggest reasons.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of things that you can do. Certainly is even just introducing the fact that you are there, and a gift card. A gift card has been my go-to thing in terms of a lead generator, especially when you've got an opportunity that your service is, if there's something that you can do for free, even better. But if it's something like that is a very expensive thing, then it might, you can offer a gift card of a denomination. Now, when you look at it, what percentage of the people who you work with would just come one time and don't come back, versus the ones who come one time and you convert them into ongoing clients?
I would say of the new clients that have been coming to me, it's been about 15% are not returning.
So you're converting 85% of them are coming to back again. Yeah.
Correct. And it's because I believe that it's because of the type of client that they are, and not that they've gotten a bad service. Because they're always extremely happy with their cut or their color. I think that our environment is not what they're looking for. So
I got it. You just got to find the right people. Yeah. So I look at this as, what would you say is the, I don't think in terms of the lifetime value, but let's say the annual value of one new client, like your ideal client, what you're talking about.
Okay. So if my ideal client were to get a color and cut every 6 weeks, then they would be bringing in $117 every time they would come in. Let's say they come 8 times a year. So $930, $950.
Right. Okay. And so, what is your cost of a new, of on that $117? What is your actual physical cost for someone?
Do you mean, what does it cost me to provide the service on them?
Yes, exactly. Not your overhead and not your time, your physical, the color and the, um, I guess that would really be it, right? The color and whatever materials the hard costs of offering somebody a new haircut.
It would probably cost me $15.
Okay.
So the product.
Yeah. And if you were to say, like, in your calendar right now, how much extra capacity do you have? Like, how close to capacity are you for where you want to be?
Well, I would really like to get my new girl full. So yeah, I'd like to.
How far from capacity would she be?
Where her current status, if we're talking hours, she's 32 hours open for the month. And that would put her at 100% capacity right now.
Okay. And so the way I think about this, because, we do this with so many things, and you can try it on and see if it fits. But one of the things, it sounds like a very similar business to the Mosquito Authority, which is one of the clients that I work with. And, the thing that drives the growth, what we do is offer people a free mosquito treatment, which is $79 thing, but the cost is, very similar, $15 or $20 for hard costs to do it. But the annual value is very similar to what you're talking about here, right? Mm-hmm. And what you get out of this is somebody who gets to come. Everybody's sort of skeptical about something the first time, right? You want to make sure everything's right before you do something. But if you were to experiment with something like that, where maybe you offer it as a just so many of them kind of thing. Because the great thing about Facebook is you can turn it on and off kind of thing. But if you offered somebody a $100 gift card, or you offered something like that, where they could come in, get a cut and a style, and it would, if it's $117 or whatever, you'd cover your actual hard costs because they would, pay that or whatever. But you've got somebody now with an 80+% chance that they're going to come back again and again and again. And you only have to do that once. And the reason that I say that, is it sounds so counterintuitive, because you want to think about, your advertising being profitable, but that's sort of taking an expense-based approach to the advertising, right? Where you're saying, I want to run the ad and I want to get the money back from the ad, and you count that as a win. But I look at it as a capital investment in getting this portfolio of prospects that are going to then turn into new clients. If you invited somebody to come in for a free cut and color and experience for you, and it costs you $15, but they come back and bring you, $900 over every year, it's a good investment. And what I've always found is that sometimes that's the least expensive way to do it. Like, it's far less expensive to get the result for somebody than it is to convince them to give you money to get the result. Like it would be very difficult to only spend $15 to get somebody to give you $117.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the great news is that you've got that hundred and whatever, the $100+ difference there is your, you've got that to play with, right? Because that's your big margin on that,
Right. Yeah.
And so as an investment of that into getting new people, if you did that for 10 people and 8 of them came back every year, just continue to come back, that would be a really good investment of $150.
Right.
To have 10 of your ideal clients come in. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's what I would look at maybe is the that idea of the of looking for that as an opportunity. Grand opening, or you're like are you just opening?
Well, we're fairly new since March.
Yeah. That's great. And by the way, we've been doing the grand opening thing with Luba's, the gift card for almost a year. So yeah, it's still you're right, exactly. But she redid. She started out in one space and then she moved to a bigger space next door. She redid the whole thing. So there's everything around it, but I think that would really be a great thing. And I think I would start to experiment with that, because the great thing about it is with Facebook, you can run an ad and just put, $10 or $20 on the ad and just kind of leak it out there and see, dip your toe in the water kind of thing, But I don't think philosophically you would be opposed to that, are you?
Oh,
no, because you look at it, and especially for your new, your new stylist, there's, it's an investment for them. Do you pay your stylist by the hour? How is your situation set up that you're not just renting space to them?
So she gets paid hourly or commission, whatever is higher.
Okay.
So she makes her commission, and she gets paid a commission on that plus tips.
I gotcha.
On that, yeah. So
okay.
she gets paid either way, yeah.
Yes. And so you wonder, would it be, you maybe have that conversation with her and see if she would be, open to this as an experiment herself, with this, that you explain how this works. Maybe let her listen to this or see, how this actually works. But just to know that the goal is it's not to take the short-term approach of saying, well, if I do this, I'm losing $50 or $30 or whatever, however much money she would make from the from doing it, but looking at it as I don't have that time booked anyway right now. So
right.
The goal is that I'm doing that once to establish my my long-term clientele. Because those 32 hours, is it a 2-hour process for somebody to come and get a cut and style, or 3 hour? How long is the
For a cut and a color, it's about two, maybe
2
an hour
hours.
and a half, depending. Yeah.
So 12 or 15 new people is all it would take for her to fill her her availability, right?
Yep, and an opportunity for her to add another day
Yes.
as well. Yeah.
Yes. And I think that's
Which
the
is what
way
we
it
want.
goes. And I mean, my experience has been that people are often, she's not going to end up, the people will tip her. You know, there's still all of that. People kind of go out of their way to be magnanimous, you know, so they might buy some products. They might, because this reciprocity is strong, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and the type of women that I have, and some of my male clients even that I'm able to attract, are generous, and that just speaks to how we're able to treat them there, and that makes me incredibly proud and happy that they want to spend time there and their money. Both of those things are very valuable. So, yeah.
I love it.
Yes, awesome. When Luba runs her $100 gift card, is it specific for a service or is it for anything?
Well, it is. I mean, we talk about it for her for microblading,
Okay.
but they can also do just the architecture, just the consultation on the shape and the shaping them what they have right now, and that is a $99 item. So some people will come in and just get that, but then they ultimately decide to get either brow henna or get the microblading. But you have to be okay with that. Somebody, that's what makes the gift card so valuable, is that we're not putting restrictions on it. We're not saying it's $100 when you spend $500. You know,
right?
It's a real thing. I'm going to give you your first $100 to spend with us here, and you may find that it's that $50 would work. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and experiment. Just see what happens.
Yeah. I was just curious if it was specific in the messaging that it was for this service or for your first visit, kind of.
No, well, the ad
wording.
is specifically about, the wording is about microblading. That's what the wording's all about. And is microblading big in where you are?
It is more so at medical spas than it is at salons, but I think that trend is moving into the salons.
Absolutely.
And we've talked about it. Yeah.
Are you doing tinting when you do colors and stuff, or?
Yeah.
Well,
then we do eyebrow maintenance and tinting.
Well, so the henna is the thing that's the new, that's the thing that's really going to come strong. It's all over Europe right now. It's just sort of making its way, but it's like a non-permanent. It lasts about the 6 weeks that the color and the style lasts. So it's the effect, you get the benefit, but and it's easier for the stylist to do because you don't have to have a tattoo license for it as well.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all very exciting. The beauty business is strong and will remain strong. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like you've got you got a great niche. You got a great audience, and I would love to see how that plays out for you. What if you decide to go down that path? I'd love to,
see how that works out.
Absolutely, yeah. I would love to keep you in the loop, and as far as we grow, yeah, that would be fantastic. And thank you so much for spending time today to talk with me about this. I appreciate that.
Awesome, it's fun. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye, Dean.
Bye.
And there we have it. Another great episode. Thanks for listening in. If you want to continue the conversation, we'll go deeper in how the 8 profit activators can apply to your business. 2 things you can do. Right now, you can go to morecheeselesswhiskers.com and you can download a copy of the More Cheese Less Whiskers book, and you can listen to the back episodes, of course, if you're just listening here on iTunes. Secondly, the thing that we talk about in applying all of the 8 profit activators are part of the breakthrough DNA process. And you can download a book and a scorecard and watch a video all about the 8 profit activators at breakthroughdna.com. And that's a great place to start the journey in applying this scientific approach to growing your business. That's really the way we think about Breakthrough DNA, as an operating system that you can overlay on your existing business and immediately look for insights there. So that's it for this week. Have a great week, and we will be back next time with another episode of More Cheese, Less Whiskers.